Forgive me if I'm a little bit congested sounding right now. It's because then the allergies are flaring up again. But as far as this one, the state of superhero prose and the endless battle with Amazon's tagging system. What fun. When I look at the top 100 of either superhero fantasy fiction or superhero science fiction, it's all paranormal romance, paranormal urban fantasy with, a heaping of romance, and like a bunch of harem books. It's not traditional capes and spandex kind of setup at all. And maybe a smattering of lit RPG for right now, because again, I'm actively looking at the top 100 in each category right now, and yeah, it's just depressing. I it causes me to really hate certain genres, to just outright dismiss them because what I want is constantly buried under a bunch of shit I don't want. Case in point, more floating ab books. Yeah, where it's like the big buff guy is staring off into the distance. Half the time, the top part of his head's cut off. You might see the bottom part of the chin, but it focuses in on the chest and abs. So it's constantly floating ab books. And it makes me, again, really hate most of these erotica books because it's like, get the fuck out of my way so I can find what I truly want. Now I know it's not completely these books' fault. Amazon really does need to police up its categories. It needs to add a harem primary category. It needs to add more categories to erotica because again, erotica is even basically drowning out stuff that just wants to be traditionally more regular romance in the terms of like cleaner, I guess. It feels like every book I see in the superhero category, except for like maybe 4 or 5 of them, is pretty much Anita Blake ripoffs, and I absolutely hate Anita Blake with the fury of 1,000 suns because Anita Blake is a whore. Yes, she is a whore, and she has become the center of just a character that goes through a complete de-evolution. Because again, I'm one of the broken fan base from the earlier books. Like again, 1 through 5 was pretty decent. Like they weren't like Tolstoy or anything like that, but it was just a fun little mystery thing that had a little bit of supernatural elements. And then eventually, Laura K. Hamilton put too much of her actual personal life into her books. But I digress. Superhero prose is in pretty bad shape right now when it comes to categories, and it's just boggles my mind that again closest thing we got is the superhero prose hub in terms of trying to actually find the proper kind of superhero books. But even then, my tastes and preferences are massively underfed. So again, that's the reason why Uplift Protocol is happening, and I'm actually trying to basically do like 10 plus issues, and then I'll start releasing stuff again because I want to do it in sections, like get like 3 or 4 issues out all at once, and then the next week do the same thing because I'm trying to get it to where it's like, okay, let's go at pulp speed or faster speed. So we'll see what happens. I did manage to find the link again for a particular article I was reading a while back, a genre hidden from readers. And the thing is, it also showcased how people do try to take advantage of the tagging system in order to get that coveted orange tag. I mean, I get that a lot of people want to make writing their sole form of income, but you gotta realize on the reader side of things, half the time readers are having trouble finding even stuff they really want to enjoy unless they go directly to specific social media areas and be like, okay, let me find some writers that have similar tastes to what I do, and then let me see if I can find some books I can really enjoy. Because lately, a lot of blogs and stuff have been more, you know, useful in that arena, and you know, the fact that so many of these paranormal romance books don't care, they'll just shove themselves wherever, is pretty telling.
Yeah, I get that you guys again want to make money, but the fact that your genre is fucking everywhere makes me just want to take a bonfire and throw all your books out of the way to get to what I really want. It's just general frustration on the part of at least this reader, and it's just like I just want to be able to find my cape and spandex books. Again, it's a tiny enough niche as it is. I would be again surprised if there's over 1,000 books that are legitimately cape and spandex inspired superhero prose. Because again, even with that, some people are categorizing their books as superhero when it's basically kind of more augmented stuff like Ghost in the Shell, which, depending on how you label it, could be a little bit more cyberpunk. But then again, cyberpunk's all been pretty much fucked over by, paranormal romance breaking containment. I know I've ranted a few times on Twitter about it, but it's just gotten to the point where it's like when I see something automatically says hunky alpha male, bloop, gone. Gonna just go right past it. Don't give a fuck. Fuck this shit. I'm out. So yeah, you got. It's just frustrating. Sheer frustration. And that's not fair to the writer or the reader. That's the reason why I go absolutely bonanza when I see, like, holy shit, it's a superhero setup, but it also has some cosmic undertones. Oh, hell yeah! Just like that one book I found for that's releasing September 1st. Here, let me pull it up. Here we go. It's The Ascension Machine by Rob Edwards. Which, again, I'll link some of these books below when I'm done with this. I guess maybe I could just make it like a two-parter or something. Because, again, superhero prose is near and dear to me. And I'm just tired of all the paranormal romance bullshit that isn't related to it cluttering up the landing lanes, That's the reason why I guess half my blog is superheroes prose stuff, just because I just want to try to give it a chance, to get above all this bullshit. Oh God, but yeah, like I guess I'll take a look at to see how badly conflated. Bleh, I can't talk today, but just how badly messed up the cyberpunk area is too. It's probably just as bad. Ugh. Yep, Cyberpunk's just as messed up. I just did an immediate search, and Arcane Kingdom Online, The World Outside, a lit RPG adventure book 7, pops up in steampunk fiction and cyberpunk fiction. Why did people constantly put lit RPG crap into cyberpunk? Is it because they have the MMO outlet for whatever their framing device is? Yeah, again, that lit RPG is truly a genre that needs its own sub tag. Like, here's the main tag, lit RPG, and then with that, they could put like MMO game or superhero inspired or urban fantasy inspired. They like whatever flavor it is, because that shit's just as messed up for cyberpunk as anywhere else. Like, my God. But yeah, I'm probably gonna put this in as like a two-part rant that's kind of like covering superhero prose and Amazon's really fucked up, genre tagging system. Man. I mean, I wish I just could go in there today and just like, nope, I'm going to shove all of you guys to the side and you're going into this genre tag. It's just getting ridiculous. Ridiculous. And get this. This book also has the #1 new release orange tag in steampunk fiction. When actual steampunk is getting buried by all this bullshit. I mean, I get that the stuff has a gold rush and everything, but again, everybody has to constantly outdo each other when it comes to tag hunting and beheading in order to get noticed beyond the 100 or so bigger fish that are it is on the indie scene. But I'm guessing that some of these indies do have a couple of ghostwriters in their stable, because they release like within 2-3 weeks, like constant new releases to keep them at the top of the pile. Oh man, yeah, this whole thing, like Amazon's useful for certain things, but it is a double-edged sword. And yeah, this reader is trying to use her blog and places like even the YouTubes in order to cultivate, selection of books that I like, and hopefully I can put a little spotlight on them. But yeah, looking at yeah, I'm just wondering if there's any genre that really isn't affected. Because, again, Amazon, clean up your categorizations. Seriously. For the love of God, add another 100 genre slots to something. Because we have to have a way to break down stuff even further in terms of what people are looking for. I guess that's kind of important. The reason why, when everything is as miscategorized as it is to have a good blurb that will attract the right genre readers. So that way you don't get irate, pissed off people like me taking a look at your floating ad book and then automatically giving it 1 star because I can't find the things I fucking want.